time for another episode review of Dino Fury. This is episode 21, Void Trap. Wow, we had a previously. I didn't see that previously before, but it's most likely because I was rushing trying to get here to watch it. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, never mind. It's like, yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Freaking jeez. Nick, come on. Alright, so they're basically here talking, being like, okay, so Void Knight just took the device from their mom's. Yeah, they took the mom's device, and now they're trying to plan something which is. Excuse me. Right, which is basically a plan. What should they do? They're like, okay, well, he wants to have the device to actually gets the morphing grid access. So they're thinking about they should maybe not fix the capacitor thing that the mom has, because the mom used it, it got destroyed a little bit. And well, their idea is very simple. Let me just pause it real quick. Is that they're going to use Ollie's mom to actually get Void Knight to take it, and they're not going to fix it all. It's not going to be fixed, and it's just, yeah, just screw him over and also try to grab him. Yeah, but Ollie is like, no, we're not going to risk my mom's life. No, we're not going to do that. Meanwhile, we have the sorcerer guy at Void Knight's whatever hideout. You have excuse me, the sorcerer resurrecting Boom Tower for the second time, and well, Void Knight is trying to figure out how to make this thing work. Because it's like he's trying to make it work, but it seems like he might know that there's a reason why it's not working, so he's gonna send him out. Meanwhile, he actually goes to see his wife again. Yep, helmet off. It's like, yeah, we get to see him unmasked yet again, and well, he's trying his hardest, and he's like, I think I finally found a way to revive you, my darling. It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll have to see on that one, don't we? Man, still, it's kind of like as if we're watching kind of Mr. Freeze's idea. So they actually brought Ollie's mom to the lair, to their command center. And, well, she actually gets to see Solon for the first time. And, well, Solon actually is like, yeah, we so need to talk. Because, well, they both need to talk to each other, because she's, like, truly interested in what Solon is, along with many other things. Right, some clear-ups is that Void Knight sent the others to go find that missing piece. And as for the Rangers, of course, like I said, they went to go to the doctor. The doctor came. So many questions to Solon, along with just how in the world, how. Still funny, nice little joke of where it's like, I just got a microwave from the internet. We're living in the future. It's like, oh man, that's kind of funny. So basically, Ollie's kind of a little bit objective, and he actually decided to act kind of like himself, even though hiding his voice. It's like, dude, less is more if you want to hide your identity for your mom, So he changed his voice, which is good, but he decided to still act like himself, though. That's the messed up part. So anyways, the mom is in. So they're going to set a trap, and I don't know if they actually did sabotage it again. I would have been like, okay, what you need to really do is that you need to have the fixed one, and then she makes a new version that is broken, or she just makes a brand new one, which I'm pretty sure that might actually take some time to do anyways, but whatever. So she's in, and they're right there, just basically hidden somewhere else, even though I'm like, why didn't they morph? And it's like, no, it's not morphed. You're not morphed. And it's like they're looking, they're watching. She talks on the phone very loud about the capacitor. Void Knight goes from behind, and all the monsters are in front of her. Void Knight grabs her purse, grabs the freaking capacitor. It's like, I'm done. You guys do with the doctor. See ya. And then everyone else was like, yeah, the sorcerer, and then you had Slither and Slither and Fungussie, who both had the doctor, and also the sorcerer put sleepy cuffs on her. And he's like, okay, well, good luck, you two. It's like, good luck to what? And he freaking opened a portal, and those all three fell in. So now she's lost in a portal with the other two. What the frick? Yeah, and that wasn't good about the whole thing. It's like Ollie was like against that, and well, I don't know what to say, where it's like, what side should I be on? That the mom is able to take care of herself, or it's not a good idea to have her doing that. Right, so we're back, and we have Ollie, who is like, dude, what we're gonna do? Like, what we're gonna do? It's like, oh, Zato was like, it's okay, I'll fix it, I'll get her. And it's like, how? It's like, and he morphs and he actually summons the Zords. He summons the T-Rex Champion Zord and 2 Raptor Zords. He combines them. Apparently now we have the T-Rex Cosmic Megazord. So he goes in, and apparently it's called the Dark Dimension. It's like, why are you calling it a Dark Dimension? You can't do that. It's like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you can't freaking do that. If it's the Dark Dimension, it has to be related to do 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 do. But it's like, yeah, that should be called something else, not the Dark Dimension. Even though, given, I think it's like comic wise, Scorpino was sent to the Dark Dimension as well. It's like, yeah, I don't think there's a Dark Dimension. It's like, it should be called something else. Also, the Sorcerer went in too. So the Sorcerer went in along with the other guys. So meanwhile, the others have to deal with Boom Tower. So they go down, and that was cool. I think they never did the flips before. That's the first time ever that they actually got them to do flips. And they morph. As soon as they morph, and my gosh, Sour Rangers, my goodness. So they morph, and as soon as they morph, of course, Boom Tower calls the henchmen in there, and they fight. Yep. Of course, at this point, you kind of can see that they cut and paste. You know how it is that they definitely had something that they had to use, and they used this one where I think Amelia's original character, the original Pink Ranger, actually had this moment where she had to get that inner strength inside of her. Yeah, so this is like this is one part of that episode. Anyways, besides just, let's see, I think Ollie has the shield booster key. Amelia, I think, has a sprint booster key. It's like, it's either sprint or it's hyper, one of those. Ion has his electro battle armor. And I think Javi has the gravity one. Yeah, because it looks like a Mason. He has the gravity one, while Izzy, I'm not sure. Of course, they battle Boom Tower, and yeah, sorry about that. I don't think this time around we're gonna have all the labeling of the armors. Sorry about that. Or the battle keys. Booster keys. But anyways, yeah, so they battle, and Boom Tower is just too much for them, and now they actually going to combine their ultimate power. They can combine the keys together into one, with Amelia's being the center, and she actually takes down Boom Tower. So yeah, Boom Tower caused a big explosion when he got defeated. And because of that, the Rangers are down. Then Void Knight took this moment to strike. He has some sleepy cuffs left from the Sorcerer somehow, and he puts them on all of them except for Ollie, who jumped out the way. But Ollie was using all his strength that he had left, because after that, he's like, oh man, I just can't make it. And they teleport away. Oh, good Lord. And Ollie's there being like, what? No. Meanwhile, we have Zato, who defeated the Sorcerer once and for all, so the Sorcerer is gone, and he goes out and gets the mom, yeah, gets the doctor, and he has to like kind of a little bit swim to her and grabs her, and the other two, Fungussy and Slither, is like, hey, what about us? Help us! It's like, yeah, I see you need help. See ya. He's like, you call him a hero. Uh, so yeah, he took the Megazord. He's now back. But Ollie is now seeing what's going on with Void Knight in the plan. So he has them sit down and he has freaking helmets on them. And it looks like he's going to use them to tap into the morphing grid to, of course, resurrect his wife. Wow. Yeah, yeah, wow on that one. Okay, so yeah, Zato and the doctor showed up, all right, and the idea is simple. It's like, okay, so Zato's gonna go against Void Knight while Ollie's gonna take the capacitor, because it turns out the morphing grid, which is being used as and the Rangers using a conduit, is gonna burn them up, meaning that they will not exist no more. So that means that they're gonna be lost forever because they will be burned to a crisp. So Zato tried to do it and he used the Dino Dagger form and he missed. And then Void Knight's like, oh, just check this out. And he has more sleepy cuffs. So now Zato gets to join the fun. Now it's all on Ollie. So the idea now is to destroy the Dino statues, because that's the one that actually is giving them power to access the morphing grid. And, well, the mom is going to distract Void Knight, which is like, oh, good lord. It's like, yeah, the doctor is going to try to destroy Void Knight with a stick. So she hits Void Knight in the back of that freaking damn head. And he's like, what the fuck? I don't need this. And he's about to strike her until she actually gets the Dino Dagger that Zato threw. And she froze it in a good freaking position at the freaking tube of his wife. I'm thinking maybe it'd be one of those tubes. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so she threw it, and as soon as knew that he used the Sprint Dino key, which that's the one that Izzy was using. Duh. Oops. And he destroys all the statues. And as soon as he does that, well, they're safe, but sadly they're lost. Their connection to the morphing grid is lost. So now the doctor knows the identity of all of the Rangers. Yeah. So since the cat's out of the bag, you have Void Knight's like, oh hell no, I'm gonna. So he's summoning the minions, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna pay for that. And well, thank goodness all the Rangers are able to summon their weapons at least. It's like not linked to the morphing grid, but the weapons are sure near, which of course they are. They're able to teleport them. So that's good, and they actually go against all the minions, which that was kind of a little bit of a oof. For some reason, Amelia is going against Void Knight. I'm not gonna say that's wrong. She shouldn't be doing it. It's more like, I don't see why would she be the one chosen to go against him. It's like, I'm sorry, but I don't see the reason why. But considering how Zato is overwhelmed by 6 minions at once, which he wasn't truly overwhelmed, but you kind of see that he was struggling a bit. I kind of can see that why Amelia would be chosen. So with that, and there was some funny banter moments, it sure was. They all defeated the minions, and of course Izzy, which is like, okay, supposed to like Izzy, right? It's like everyone's like, yeah, Izzy's cool, she's down with us, yeah, and she's LGBTQ, man. Come on, man. It's like, how can I actually like her if she came close to killing a life? Okay, you should definitely be in the inquiry, but no, I'm gonna throw it here. She attacked the freaking canister with the tubes. For some reason, none of them actually noticed what was inside of it. It's like, yeah, and it's his freaking wife. It's Void Knight's wife. So attacking it to maybe get to the point of where you obliterated it, that means technically you guys do not understand. Even though, well, I think she's still safe, thank goodness. But it's like, y'all guys do not know that there was a person in that freaking canister or the capsule, and you just, yeah, Izzy just went and just took all the tubes out of it, and it's like, what the frick? And then, well, the canister, oh, not canister, the capacitor got shot by ion, ion, and then the whole thing exploded, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? So it exploded with Void Knight and with his wife together, and Void Knight's sword is now separate from him, I guess. So it's like, yeah, which they don't know. They don't know that Void Knight is human as well. They don't know he's human. As for the wife, it's like they don't know who was in that capsule. But it's like, yeah, before you struck it and crap, you should kind of see what's in the thing anyways. It's like, it could be a monster, yes. Yes, it's true. He deals with monsters, true. Well, not really. It's Sporex. Yeah, the Sporex beast. You kind of sort of don't have a connection with him with monsters except for the Sporex that he's using. Other than that, we don't know. Well, they don't know. But it's like, yeah, the capsule, it had a person in it and it just blew up, and you guys are kind of happy for it. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, good Lord. It's like, yeah, we take this, it's like, oh, good Lord, they're happy that this happened. And Void Knight's down too, but considering they don't understand and they can't really put two and two together. Of course, we have this moment where Ollie is talking to Zato and says, you're right. My mom definitely could have handled herself. And, well, they're just having this moment. And the good news is now you have, out of nowhere, the Morphin Master, Green Morphin Master came, restored the statue saying, you guys aren't done yet saving the world. You're not done yet. And Zato's like, I have questions. And he's gone. Yeah, I'm still actually, if I would do some dubbing, it would be funny where he tries to ask about Rafcon and his people, and the Morphin Master just leaves, and I'm like, not my department. So, of course, they're morphed back together. They're morphed as Rangers. Well, actually, no. The Morphers came back, and then the hotline. So, yeah, it's like there's a Sporix in town, and then they, of course, just click change. And they decide to pose, and it's like, why the frick you post? It's like, it should have been like, they morph, and then they teleport out of there. It's like, frick, that's what you should have done. Not this crap of where it's like, they just pose, and it's like, there's no time for posing. Go get the damn freaking Sporus beast. Meanwhile, of course, at the lair of Void Knight, it looks like his armor is completely destroyed, which, yeah, kind of makes sense. And at least his wife is still okay. It's like, yeah, it's like, in the end of the day, kind of like where we have with the Flash, where it's like, Reverse Flash is not a good person, but still, he's alive. And he came to you to try to save his life. You have to do it. And the freaking wife over there is an innocent bystander. We don't know exactly what happened to her, but she doesn't deserve to get blasted and destroyed, you know? And it's like, yeah, they had no idea. No idea at all. And it's like, well, shouldn't they have an idea, you know? It's like, if we're destroying something, you kind of would want to know. It could have been a child in that in that freaking capsule, and apparently no one gave a shit. It's like, I understand that they wouldn't give a care, but still, though, they should have checked it. Anyways, yeah, coming soon, most likely the next day, we'll get the inquiry. But me personally, I think this episode was good. It's just that there's just a little bit of hiccups where it's like, I had to watch. This is my second watch, and I had to watch it, and it's like, oh. At first I was like, yeah, they attacked his wife's capsule, and then I looked, it's like, oh, wait, she's not in there. And it's like, oh, okay, she's not in there. It's like, no, nope, you're right the first time. She was in there. Izzy was attacking it. She could have got killed. Void Knight, however, it's like, they don't know. It's like, yeah, it's just, they all do not know that there's two humans, allegedly two humans, or at least they're two beings, and they're celebrating for Void Knight being destroyed. And it's like, they don't know if Void Knight's a robot or something. So it's like, yeah, you know, I don't. It's hard to freaking even talk about it. But anyways, I'll talk more about it in inquiry. Definitely.